Married men. What's one thing you wish you could tell your wife, but won't because you know it will start a fight? Edit. Partner. Does not have to be a wife, can be anyone who is your partner in life. You are very intelligent and are often right, but you need to learn to relent when you're not. The goal of an argument isn't winning, it's a solution. Edit. Damn, thanks for the awards. Edit 2. Some people have pointed out that solution would have been a better choice of word than the original conclusion, so I adjusted it. We are living beyond our means so you can impress your friends and relatives, who don't give a flying fuck. TBH, you should probably start that fight. When I get home from work and spend 10 minutes sitting silently in the car before I come inside. That isn't a personal slight against you. That's part of my routine that existed years before I had any wife or kids at home. Even when I lived alone, and it helps me reset my brain energy before fully transitioning from work mode to life mode. And it contributes well to my stress management and mental health, and I don't want to give it up just because you're too offended to make an effort to see my point of view. Actually, maybe I will tell her this. Slite. Your family takes advantage of you because of your inability to say no. Guilt issues are real and debilitating. She can say no to me all day long, however. Edit. This blew up a bit. We've been together for almost 20 years and I never met her parents. They both passed in her early 20s. Which is where the guilt, trauma, and FOMO comes from. It's the extended cousins, but she is getting there. Kinda more specific. An abbot of a secret that I live with. Our first date was a concert and we had our first kiss during a song. A few years later I proposed at the same band show at the same venue as our first date. She has bought decor and themed our entire life over the song we had our first kiss to. Quotes of the song everywhere, posters on wall, everything, but that's not the actual song we had our first kiss to. She didn't know the band at the time we had our kiss and I just told her it was that song a few days later. The song is one they play at every show. Not the one we actually kissed during, which is moderately rare to be played. I know if I told her this it would be a damn fight. It's a secret I'll live with forever. It's an amazing song and fits the theme of love far better than the actual song. And seeing her face every time they play it live is worth the secret. Clean up your damn mess, stop leaving it for me. Please chew quieter. Talking louder in an argument does not mean you're right. I get along with my in-laws. They're good people and I don't have a problem with them. With that being said, I don't want to spend every weekend with them. Before I met my wife, I spent most of my free time alone and there's so many weekends where I literally don't want to leave the house or go see anyone. She knows I need my alone time and understands it. I just don't think she knows to the extent that it goes. Quit drinking every day. It's a poor example to our kids. It's draining our accounts, it's terrible for your health, and it's destroying our marriage. I have told her this, just doesn't stick, and usually causes a fight. Edit. Holy smokes, did not expect so much response and support. Thanks everyone, we'll for sure look into Al-Anon. I strongly dislike your dad when he drinks. I'd prefer not to be around him and I don't want our daughter near him when he's drinking. No. I don't always want to say a quick hello to your mother when she's on the phone and done talking with you or she's yapping on so much that you're trying to push her off to me. Stop that shit. Love you. To hurry the fuck up when we have to be somewhere. Always 15 to 30 minutes late everywhere. This post is fun to see all the unspoken issues we most likely all feel. You're not always right, and it hurts when you yell at me for past trauma I had nothing to do with. Edit. So this post was my way of venting what should have been a fun first anniversary since getting married last year. I wasn't expecting this much a response. Nonetheless, 2 guild medals, thanks. Edit 2. Makeup sec feels amazing. I feel like everything I do is wrong to you. My wife's brother was married to a woman like this. Every little thing he'd do, she'd criticize it. It wore him down. He finally dragged her to marriage counseling. She spent several sessions complaining to the counselor about all the things he does wrong. When the counselor finally turned to him and asked him about his concerns, she walked out and never returned. He divorced her and is finally happy again. Don't neglect your own mental health, for the sake of the marriage. Remember when you said, if I ever start acting like my mom, tell me. Slite. My wife is always running around after her family, and she gets absolutely nothing in return. I've tried explaining to her that they are using her up, but she is having none of it, and it has caused arguments in the past, so I've given up. She won't hear a bad word against them, but it's embarrassing to watch her run after them and kiss their asses. I'm not trying to start a fight. I said this to my wife on Saturday as a disclaimer, and she immediately dropped her book and gave me the "what dumb shit you got to say" look. If your brother doesn't move out, it will eventually lead to our divorce. You can't keep quiet about that, let them know. I truly do not care that your coworker's blouse didn't fit her aesthetic. The person she fell in love with isn't the person she wishes I was. This is difficult for her. She acts exactly like the family member that she despises. I am not my mother. Even though I love her, your mom is annoying, your best friend is very annoying, your wall of hair in the shower is more gross than me leaving a towel on the floor. Just because you drive the speed limit does not make you a safe driver, and just because I speed a little does not make me a bad driver. I feel like you value me only for the material things I provide. There's a different thread on, "You're a woman. What do you look for in a man?" In the Ask Men subreddit, one of the comments says, "Someone who doesn't feel like he's worth more than he can provide." Whoever commented that has some work to do before being ready for a healthy relationship. Good try, Wi-Fi. I'm not falling for it again. You are perfect. Glad you have a strong connection. Not every fight has to burn the house down. Sometimes you can just move on from a minor inconvenience. I didn't fix your iPhone, I just charged it, restarted it and cleaned the screen. Sometimes that's all you need to do to fix something. You need to initiate sex sometime. Me having to do it every time makes it feel like you have no interest in me. You are depressed lately because you stay up super late doom scrolling social media. Quit comparing yourself to them and go to bed at a reasonable hour. You'll feel better. You'll quit being too tired for the gym, other activities, and then quit being depressed that you didn't go to the gym, do other activities. But I know better than to offer up that type of advice.